'Cause in the east there's a mist coming in, like something is brewing and about to begin. Can't put me finger on what lies in store, but I feel what's to happen, all happened before. A father, a mother, a daughter, a son, the threads of their lives are all raveling undone. Something is needed to twist them as tight as a string you might use when you're flying a kite. Chim chimani, chim chim, chiree chim charoo.
Hurry up, Jane, let's run!
Get back here, otherwise you've got to do your lessons.
I can't do my lessons if I'm flying a kite.
And you can't make us, you're only our nanny.
Boy, not you two again. Come on now. Boy!
Morning, Miss Lark. And how's little Willoughby today?
Oh, very well, thank you, Bert. Oh, Willoughby.
Why, is it the beauteous Miss Lark I spy upon the horizon?
Oh, Admiral. Willoughby.
Morning, Admiral. How's it looking?
Dark clouds gathered at number 17. Storm warnings overdue.
Of all London's byways where I doff me cap, this one's the hardest to find on a map. Cherry Tree Lane, as sweet as a song, but the nannies who come here, they don't stay for long. Chim chimani, chim chim, cherry chim charoo.
Katie Nana? Katie Nana? Who's little beast have run away from me for the last time? And who gets stuck with children without nanny in the house? Me! That's who! I've said my say, Mrs. Brill, and that's all I'll say. I've done with this house forever. Well, good riddance then! And mind you don't stumble on your way out! Katie Nana! Where are you going? No, 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 no! Katie Nana! Katie Nana's gone, and is it any wonder? Driven half demented by your children's pranks. Do you really think I made another blunder? Wouldn't have then like to say to Mr. Banks? George, dear, I'm feeling so bereft, dear. Another nanny's left, dear. Every nanny goes, we're unlucky, I suppose. We are never going to find the perfect nanny.
Nonsense! Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. Children, the servants, are all your domain. A star made the sovereign, a cherry tree lane. Cooked. The simple truth is you've engaged 6 nannies in the last 4 months, and they've all been unqualified disasters. A nanny should govern, a nanny should rule. A nanny is a parent, one who suffers no fool. A nanny's a stalwart, our children would gain was having such a nanny in Cherry Tree Lane.
I know, George, but...
So take control of situations. Show your authority when interviewing staff. You know your role, they know the stations. Efficiency and forethought cut the jobs in half. Briefcase.
I thought Katie Nana would be glad with the children. She always looked so cross.
Oh, Winifred never confuse efficiency with a liver complaint. Umbrella.
If only we could find someone like your own Nana.
Oh, I'm afraid that's not possible, my dear. Few nannies alive can manage Miss Andrews' standards of efficiency. Besides, we can never afford someone of her caliber.
Precision and order, not nothing less.
It's like an army barracks.
Yes, and we're in the mess. No wonder the nannies are driven the same. We're living in a madhouse in Cherry Tree Lane.
Now, Winifred, if you want to please me.
You know I do, George.
Very well. State an advertisement in the Times stating that Jane and Michael Banks require the best possible nannies at the lowest possible wage.
We better give them ours before they make another mistake.
Yes, now, I would stress
Father?
that.
Oh, what's that what you're hoping, dear. We've written our own advertisement.
What?
Oh, please, George, I think we should hear it.
Oh, Winifred, none of your theatrics.
It won't hurt to listen. Wanted a nanny for 2 adorable children.
Adorable? Well, that's debatable, I must say.
If you want this choice position, have a cheery disposition, rosy cheeks, no warts.
That's the part that I put in.
Play games, all sorts. You must be kind, you must be witty, very sweet and fairly pretty.
Well, of all the ridiculous
George,
things...
please. Take us on outings, give us treats. Sing songs, bring sweets. Never be cross or cruel, never feed us castor oil or gruel. Love us as a son and daughter,
And never smell of barley water.
I put that bit in too. If you won't scold and dominate us, we will never give you cause to hate us. We won't hide your spectacles so you can't see.
Put toads in your bed or pepper in your tea.
Hurry, Nanny, many thanks, sincerely, Jane
And Michael.
Thanks.
Now, that's quite enough talking lots for one day. Now, would you please let me get on?
They were only trying to help.
Well, it won't help anyone to make me late. Now, where's my hat?
George, dear.
Hat?
I thought you put it down here.
Hat!
Your bowler hat had simply disappeared.
You did not find a nanny who
There it is.
doesn't run away.
Precision and order, that's all that I ask. The running of a household, a straightforward task. The children, the servants, are all your domain.
I remain the sovereign. Mind you, do your day well.
You remain the sovereign.
I shall be home at 6 o'clock sharp.
He remains the sovereign of Cherry Tree Lane.
Good morning.
Yes?
I've come in answer to the advertisement.
What advertisement? We haven't placed any advertisements, or not yet.
George and Winifred Banks live here, do they not?
Mr. and Mrs. Banks live here, yes.
And you are looking for a nanny?
Oh, well, I suppose.
Very well then. Now let's see. Play games, all sorts, which I most certainly can. Take us on outings and give us treats.
Michael, that's our advertisement!
Very sweet and fairly pretty. There's no objection on that score, I hope.
Oh, well, of course not. No.
I'm glad to hear it.
But take that up with Mrs. Banks. She deals with all that side of things. Nothing domestic has anything to do with me. Yes, now, don't forget those references.
I make it a rule to never give any references.
But I thought it was usual.
A very old-fashioned idea to my mind, and the best people never require them now.
I see. You will have every third Thursday evening off from 5 until 9.
The very best people give every second Wednesday from 6 till late, ma'am. And that is what I shall take.
Oh, I see. Well, it's all settled then.
As long as I'm satisfied, I'll see the children now, thank you.
It's my Now, this is,
Mary Poppins. Jane, don't stare and close your mouth, Michael. We are not a codfish. Best foot forward. Spitz what?
Mrs. Brill, we have a new nanny. She passed an interview then. Or maybe I did.
Very tidy, much tidier than I was expecting. And who's responsible for this?
Mrs. Me! I like to keep things neat.
Really? Well, I look forward to making use of that. If there's one thing I appreciate, it's a child whose word I can depend on. Who's she when she's at home?
That is Valentine. She's mine.
By the look on her face, I'm not sure she'd agree with you.
She's just a doll and I don't want to play with her right now.
Treat her like that and she might not want to play with you. Now, I always say, the proper place to hang a hat is on a hat stand.
But there's nothing in it. We better keep an eye on this one. She's tricky. Mary Poppins, how could you know what we wanted in a nanny when we made our list?
Your list? I am not an item in the weekly shop. Thank you very much.
Then how did you come? It's as if the wind just blew you here.
It did. Now, stand over there. Just as I thought. A noise and mischief is troublesome.
But you're making that up. A noisy mischief.
Thoughtless, short-tempered, and untidy.
I don't believe you. Let me see.
By the time the wind is blown, the weather vane around, I'll show you if I can. No matter what the circumstance, for one thing I'm renowned. My character is spits what spick and span.
What about your measurement, Mary Poppins?
I'm practically perfect in every way.
Practically perfect.
So people say. Each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great, repeatedly sound. I'm practically perfect from head to toe. If I had a fault, it would never dare to show. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Oh, lovely. Both prim and proper and never too stern. Well educated, yet willing to learn. I'm clean and honest, my manner defined, and I wear shoes of the sensible kind. I suffer no nonsense, and will so remain. There's nothing else I feel I need explain. I'm practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect, that's my forte. Uncanny, that is all what you find. Unique yet meek, unspeakably kind. I'm practically perfect, not slightly sore. Running like an engine that's just been freshly oiled. I'm so practically perfect in every way. Well, those are my credentials. Perhaps you have a few questions.
Not temperamental,
Never.
not grouchy or gruff.
Well, then, thoughts.
Will you stay tender when the going gets tough?
Quite the contrary.
Do you read stories without a big fuss? Or have objections to playing with us?
Oh, I like games, but I choose them.
But that's not fair!
Some minor improvements may not go amiss, but at all times you must remember this.
You're practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect, we hope you'll stay.
Each virtue virtually knows no bound. Each trait is great
And repeatedly so.
Spits what? I'll take my telescope, thank you.
But that's not
I
fair!
didn't say I was fair. I said that I was practically perfect, and here's my aim. By the time I leave here, you both will be the same. You'll be practically perfect. Best foot forward.
Chimney, chimney, chim chim chiroo. I does what I likes, and I likes what I do. Today I'm a screever, and as you can see, a screever's an artist of highest degree. And it's all me own work from me own memory.
Oh, let me not these again.
Come on, Mr. Parkkeeper. It's just me pictures like it always is. There's no harm in them.
I'll be the judge of that. This is my park, and I say you're interfering with the public railing. I will remove this. That is, just you watch it. That's all. Just you watch it.
Hold it right there. I know that silhouette anywhere. Mary Poppins.
It's nice to see you, Bert.
Well, I must say, you do look swell.
How does he know you? He can't know you. You've only just arrived.
I wasn't born just 1 minute before I walked into your house, Michael Banks. Have you met these two birds?
I've seen them running about chasing a kite.
It isn't a real kite.
So, what are you up to?
Mary Poppins says it's a game. It's called A Walk in the Park.
Some game. I'd rather eat spinach.
Oh, come on, Bert. You're due for a break. And you promised you'd take me out when we met again. Or have you forgotten?
Of course I ain't, Mary. But...
Oh dear, is that all you've got? Never mind, my treat. And they're not charging for the trees in the sky, are they?
Guess not.
Mary Poppins! Is he really coming with us?
Then why shouldn't he?
Well, to start, he's very dirty. Dignity, father would never approve.
What's that?
You can't come with us. You're too dirty. And we don't want to go to the stinky park anyways.
Oh, yes you do. Because when you walk with Mary Poppins, you go to places you never dreamed of. And if she says it's a game, she's got something in mind. You can be certain of that.
That's a picture of the park, isn't it?
That is not the park. Not our park anyways. You see, the trees are much brighter green, and the sky is quite a different blue.
I think you'll find it's just the way I've drawn it. You see, all that it takes is a spark, then something, plain as a park, becomes a wonderland. All you have to do is look anew, then you'll understand. Why, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary makes your heart so light.
Oh, really?
When the day is grey and ordinary, Mary makes the sun shine bright.
What nonsense,
Oh,
Bert.
happiness is blooming all around her. The daffodils are smiling at the
I haven't
dove.
the faintest idea
When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band.
Even a brass for all of us.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. Come along, you two.
Boring, just like Garden Annie's thinking. Parks are good for us. It's just statues, ducks, and grannies. I don't understand all the fuss. Is she doing this to spite us? We could lose her for a look. Perhaps it's all a plot. I'll tell you what, she seems so different, but I bet she's not. There is nothing to excite us in the park.
What was that? You're quite wrong, you know.
What? Who are you?
I'm Nelius, but surely you know that. You've sat beneath me often enough. Why, I've waited half a century to take a walk on a sunny day like this.
Ain't it a glorious day, bright as a morning in May.
I feel like I could fly.
Have you ever seen grass so green or a bluer sky?
better days I've never known.
You can ask the person statue Mary.
Nothing's ever set in stone.
Morning, Mary.
Morning, Constable.
You look tip-top, if I may say so.
Thank you, as you may.
Each man out with his dog will stand agog to see a statue take a gentle jog.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary.
No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
It's a jolly holiday with you, but gentlemen like you are few. Though you're just a diamond in the rough, underneath your blood is blue. You'd never think of pressing your advantage, for vanity is the hallmark of your greed. A lady needn't fear when you are near. The sweet gentility is crystal clear.
It's crystal clear.
Oh, it's a jolly holiday with you, love. A jolly, jolly holiday with you.
Let's go for a jaunty saunter. We are bound to make a mark. Looks like all of us were born to take a
Promenade in the park.
Let's a jolly holiday for a jaunty saunter. Mary makes your heart so loud. When today is flying on, all of us are born to take. It makes the sunshine come in the park. Oh, happiness is coming on. The flowers are creatures, the daffodils are extravagant. And look out above, when Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary. No wonder that it's Mary that we love. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Jane, did that really happen? Yes. But how?
Mary Poppins, of course.
How do you know Mary Poppins?
She's an old friend of my father.
Your father? You're a statue. You can't have a father.
Well, if that's true, then why do I miss him so much?
Is he one of the other statues?
No, he lives far away from here.
Do you really miss him?
Well, wouldn't you miss your father if you hardly ever saw him?
I'll have to think about that.
That's it! That's what it was!
What?
This place half empty. The statue's gone!
Do you mean you've lost your marbles?
This is your fault, ain't it? I knew we should have trouble when you first arrived. Now we've got a statue missing. What? Oh, lummy!
Will you come play with us again?
Of course I will. I'm not going anywhere.
Then we'll see you soon. Goodbye, Nelius.
Goodbye.
Mary Poppins, Nelius must be so lonely. Will his father ever come to visit?
Anything can happen if you let it.
How long will you stay?
We'll see.
You aren't going to leave us, are you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay till the wind changes. Now run along in.
Good night, Jane. Good night, Michael. Good night, Mary.
Good night, Bert. like to say goodnight.
Tell them you've given me the message.
George, please.
Oh, Father, we've had a totally fantastic day. We danced with the statue, sang with the busker, and we met Queen Victoria. You would have approved, but it was...
If you knew that, then why did you do it?
Daddy, could I have a kite? A proper one?
Would you know how to fly?
You could always teach me.
And when would I have the time to do that?
Daddy, who is the father of Nelius?
Would you please let me get on? Now, good night.
Poor Michael. All he cares about is flying kites. And his beloved astronomy, of course.
I used to love astronomy at his age, but my nanny, Miss Andrews, soon beat it out of me.
I suppose we do need a nanny, George. It is out of the question to do without one.
Well, don't be ridiculous. Of course we need a nanny. All the best people have nannies, so the wives can do the charity work and entertain. Which reminds me, how's your tea party coming on?
I'm not so sure. It seems so odd to send out invitations to people I hardly know.
Well, they're people you should know. Yes, now, remember, by your friends shall ye be judged.
But that's the point, they're not my friends. Actually, I heard today from Clenny Bunting. She's rehearsing a new play.
Winifred, how many times must I tell you? I wish you to sever all connections with that part of your life.
George, I was an actress, and lots of people might find that interesting. Though you always talk as if I should be ashamed of it.
Well, it's not exactly something to be proud of. Oh, Winifred, I'm only thinking of you. I want people to admire you, to respect you.
I know, George, but sometimes it's hard.
It is not hard. It is your job to be Mrs. Banks.
And what is your job?
To pay for everything. What is it?
I was only going to kiss you.
Oh, all right. Are you going to say anything to Mary Poppins about this afternoon?
I don't think so.
Very well. Just make sure she's doing things our way and not hers. What good are rules if you can't bend them? We need a nanny who is disciplined and stern. With boys and girls, you don't befriend them. I fear that Mary Poppins has a lot to learn.
Mrs. Banks, surely has an easy road, and yet it's one which I don't seem too good at on the whole. I have a comfy home, I have a simple life, I have a name which tells the world I'm someone else's wife. Being Mrs. Banks, what does that entail? Facing tests of character, I always seem to fail. And as for his best people, well, I like to say that they are not exactly my idea of being Mrs. Banks.
I still feel as if I'm dreaming. So much fun in just one day. When Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. I'm sure Nelius is beaming. Let's hope she will stay. Good night, Nelius. Let's hope she will stay.
Winds do change, tides can turn, sink or swim, see what you learn. Me, I was told when I was small, just learn a trade, so I learned 'em all. Chim chimani, chim chim, churi, chim charu.
Morning, Bert. Swabbing the decks, I see.
Gotta keep the streets shipshape, Admiral.
Tell me, how are things aboard number 17? All plain sailing with Mary Poppins, I trust.
There's rough weather on every voyage, Admiral.
Mrs. Lark. What those children need is the touch of a cat and a night out on the yard arm.
Admiral, what those children need is a touch of happiness. Oh, Willoughby!
Everything's under control, ma'am.
What about the cake?
Cooling on the tray, waiting to be iced. And you're quite sure you know how to ice it? Quite sure, ma'am. And in case you're worried, I have not been exchanged by the fairies for a total nincompoop.
No.
No.
Well, I'll just go check the drawing room then.
I'd like to be helpful.
And I'd like to be rich, but the good Lord thought otherwise.
Mother wants you in the drawing room.
Oh, she can't have me. I've got enough on my plate as it is.
She says you can tell Roberts and I what to do.
Oh, she does now, does she? Well, why don't I go have a smoke by the gasworks for good measure?
Please, Mrs. Brill, I don't mind. Honest.
All right. I will give you one task, and one task only, and I swear to you, if you get this wrong, I'll swing for you and sing as they pull the lever.
What is it, Mrs. Brill?
Put the icing tools, next to the cake.
Next to the cake.
Then I will need a bowl of hot water.
A bowl of hot
water.
To warm them.
I will make the icing. I will make the icing as soon as I'm back.
As soon as you're back.
Do you think you can manage that?
Is that all?
For you, yes. For me, no. Once the cake's done, the sandwiches next because Madame wants them fresh, so I can't start them till there's no time to finish them. I swear, a slave in ancient Rome was on a pleasure cruise compared to my life in this house.
Well, don't just stand there, Roberts and I.
Right. Go.
What are you looking for?
A bowl for the water.
Michael, I have a completely brilliant plan. Why don't we make the icing?
Because we don't know how.
Don't be so feeble and get me the eggs. If Mrs. Brill can do it, it can't be that hard.
Are there eggs in icing?
There are in mine.
I don't think Mrs. Brill will thank you.
Then she will be guilty of great ingratitude.
Is it supposed to look like that?
It doesn't look like that when Mrs. Brill makes it.
Don't be impertinent and get me the cake.
Honestly, Miss Sharon, I was just trying to be helpful. If only you had... Yow!
Mrs. Brill, why don't you get... Oh my goodness, Roberts and I! Roberts and I, what should I do? Should I call a doctor? I don't think that will be necessary, ma'am. You! How can you be so unkind when you know how important my party is? You deserve some very nasty medicine. Just you wait until bedtime. I don't think we should wait till then, ma'am. Maybe you could go up and get changed. We'll clean up, won't we?
But we're not ill. I won't take it and you can't make me.
In that, as with so many things, your information is faulty. Open.
But it's strawberry ice.
Now, I'm not sure I like strawberry ice. And I'm not sure I care. Open.
My cordial.
Now, off we go, you two. Now, let's see. Michael, I know you like to keep things tidy, but
I told you she was tricky.
must we? Can't Robert and I do it when he wakes up? He is a servant. With an attitude like that, you'll get through lots of stuff before you're very old. Besides, in every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. You find fun and snap. The job's a game. And every task you undertake becomes a piece of cake. A look, a spree, it's very clear to see that a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. My point exactly. The honeybees that fetch the nectar from the flowers to the gum never tire, never running to and fro, because they take a little tip from every flower that they see, and hence they find their task is not a grind. For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down, the medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Spit spot, cut on sauces, please. Jane, spit spot. Is this how you usually do it, Michael? Rough punch, my favorite. Mary Poppins, you're a miracle worker. How did you get them to do it? Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. Say, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
The medicine go down.
Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. In the most delightful way. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down in the most delightful way. In the most delightful way. We'll be off now, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am. These came in the mail this morning. Robert and I forgot to give them to you. They're apologies, ma'am, from your guests. They're not coming. None of them.
Do you suppose we chose the wrong day?
No, ma'am. I think you chose the wrong people. The most delightful way.
Mary Poppins, what are we doing today? I thought we could play our next game. What game? A visit to the bank. That's not a game. Did Daddy agree? And if he did, you must have put it into his head somehow. What an impertinent thing to say. Me putting ideas into other people's heads. Really?
assessing a deal. Prudent investments, financial sense, our perfect ray of sunshine, pounds, shillings, and pence.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman.
Good morning. A man has dreams of power and position, and it's our job to back them to the hills. For shrewd investment and advice, they'll pay our price, the bedrock on which banks are built. Ah, yes, Banks. I see Herr Von Hustler's coming in again today. Have you made your decision?
I believe so, sir.
Good, good. And Banks, be sure it's the right one.
Is every transaction credit or debt? Sheets are on the balance. Targets are met.
Herr Banks, what objections can you have? My security is more than adequate, which Latin America is an expanding market. What is the matter? Have you no courage?
But Mr. Von Hustler, what I haven't been able to grasp is what exactly is your final product?
Ha! What you think? Money, of course.
Yes, money. But I wonder, making money out of money, well, is that enough?
Are you man enough to be a banker? A man has dreams of building an empire, to make his name in many distant lands. Und in Seenufels, I am told, they'll soon strike gold. Let's seize that chance, this boss, our hands.
Assessing the market, limit the risk. There's no room for error. Business is brisk.
Have you come to your decision, Mr. Banks? This is a town of good people whose future depends on you.
Oh, you know that.
Give us this chance. You won't regret it. The factory could be running in weeks and expand before the year's out. Please, Mr. Banks, I give it everything I got. Believe me.
I do believe you, Mr. Northbrook. And I've tried to find a way, but there's just not the collateral.
What about my workforce? Decent men who want a better life. They're my collateral.
My men have dreams to earn an honest living, a wife and kids, a home to call their own. If you'd invest in us today, it paves the way. I promise we'd repay the loan.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Northbrook, but I would have to find...
Hello, Daddy!
What on earth are you doing here? Can't you see I'm busy?
No, we're done. And no man should be too busy for his own children. What are you here for, young man? Have you come for some money as well?
Hardly. What would they need money for?
Well, it's never too early to learn its value.
I know the value of this. 6 pence.
No, that's its worth. Its value is in how you use it. Do good, and you may have good luck.
And what do you say to Mr. Northbrook?
Thank you!
I'll wait outside.
Now, what's the meaning of all this? Really, Mary Poppins, I am not without sense of humor.
Aren't you though, Daddy?
No, I am not. But when I was a little boy, I wouldn't have dared to interrupt my father.
Were you ever a little boy?
Of course I was. But my nanny, Miss Andrew, kept me out of my father's way, and if she hadn't, he'd have been very annoyed.
What about your mother?
Shouldn't think I saw either of them more than once a week.
Didn't they mind?
Mind? Well, they were glad to be rid of me.
Then who kissed you goodnight? Miss Andrews?
Oh, no. Certainly not. There were no times for hugs and kisses and all that soppy nonsense. What's the matter?
Poor Daddy.
Poor? What do you mean, poor? That's who made me the man I am, eh, Mary Poppins?
Yes, I'm afraid it did.
Yes, now, well, you've seen my work and I have a great deal to do.
When you invest in the bank's money, Daddy, what are you looking for? A good man or a good idea?
Well, I suppose I should say a good idea. But a good man is much rarer and much more valuable.
Come along, children.
Mr. Von Hustler, I've considered your arguments, but I'm afraid my answer is no.
So you can't recognize a good idea?
Perhaps not. But I recognize a good man when I see one.
Oh, you will regret this, Herr Banks.
A man with that life hasn't broken. A man with hopes and visions to fulfill. A man you're certain at first glance deserves a chance.
Oh, yes, Mr. Norfolk. When exactly could that factory open?
Thank you, sir. You won't regret it.
Yes,
That's a matter of opinion. Here, one bag, please. Save your sixpence. All around the cathedral, the saints and apostles look down as she sells her wares. Although you can't see them, you know they are smiling each time someone shows that he simple and few. Listen, listen, she's calling to you. Feed the birds, tuppence a bag. Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence a bag.
All gone?
Don't say. Well, here she is now. You can tell her yourself.
Is that Miss Larkstyle, Willoughby? Don't bark when someone's talking. You were saying? Well, if she keeps running off like that, perhaps it would be better to keep her on a lead.
Willoughby!
Here she comes now.
Oh, Willoughby, it's all right. Mummy's here. Oh, thank you.
Getting him to stop is the problem.
How do you learn to talk dog?
Well, how do you think? Master the grammar.
Practice when you can.
Avoid mongrels.
Far too much slang.
Well, let's go. I can't stand here all day talking shop.
Talking shop? What a silly expression.
It's not silly in the least.
Well, what do you buy at a talking shop?
Conversations, of course.
Well, I've never seen a talking shop.
That's because there's only one, and it belongs to Mrs. Corey.
Who's Mrs. Corey?
Who's Mrs. Corey? Miss Corey's older than anyone in the world. She talked to William before he went conquering, to Vlad before he went impaling, and to Alexander when he weren't so great.
We're going to have to call out at her shop in the park.
There is no shop in the park.
Remember, anything can happen if we let it.
That's it! I've run out of conversations!
Good day to you, Mrs. Corey.
Well, 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 if it isn't Mary Poppins with Jane and Michael Banks.
She knows us?
And how is poor little Georgie?
Who?
Well, Georgie Banks, your father. He used to give his nanny the slip and come to my shop here in secret.
But it can't have been the same George Banks. That would have been 40 years ago. And no one can remember that far back.
Listen, dearie, I remember everything. I remember Georgie used to love my gingerbread. I wonder if we've got any left today. Annie, Fanny, look lively. Yes, Mother. There you are, gingerbread pieces with gingerbread stars. Ah, Georgie always saves his stars. Now, Mary Poppins, what can I do for you?
I want you to buy an ounce of conversations.
I'm afraid I'm out of conversations and right-hand words, too. You see, I've had a lot of chatterboxes in here today. But let me see what we have left. Ah, it appears I do have some letters left. And a little bit of backtrack, honestly. An ounce, you say? That'll be 15 letters. Go on, take your pick.
Jane, you can choose 7.
I get a D, G, R, U, C, L, and an I.
They're no good. You can't make a conversation out of them.
Your turn, Michael. 7 more.
A, F, S, T, O, and P.
And I will choose an X. Now, what words can we make?
Well, I see dog and cat. Ratoflex, that's 9.
Lapitophorus. That's 11. Nearly there.
But those don't count. You made them up. And where do you think words came from in the first place? Somebody had to make them up.
You know, we can use the same letters more than once. Now, let's see. Supercalifragilistic. Expialidocious.
But that's not a word.
Of course it's a word, and unless I'm very much mistaken, it's going to prove a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons and find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation key. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. But it doesn't mean anything. It can mean precisely what someone like. Stone Age men were chatting, simply granting what suffice.
I know if they'd heard this word, they might have used it once or twice.
I'm sure Egyptian pharaohs could have grasped it in a jiff. Then every single pyramid would bear its hieroglyph. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Say it and wild animals will not seem so ferocious. Add some further flourishes, it's so do-go-go-go. Oh.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-I, 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 diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-I.
Which could have carved it in their mighty monoliths.
The ancient Greeks, I'm certain, would have used it in their myths. I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because the Latin scholars never but like this.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
When you say it softly, the offense can be obnoxious.
Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle-diddle-diddle-I, 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 diddle-diddle-diddle-I.
You know, you can say it backwards, which is sure way to lie, as if six syllable and a creepers.
She may be tricky, but she's bloody good.
So when the cat has got to talk, there's no need for dismay. Just summon up this word and then have a lot to say.
Pick out those 18 consonants and 16 vowels as well, and put them in order, which is very hard to spell.
S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D
O-C-I-O-U-S.
Smarty pants.
S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L-I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S. S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F R-A-G-I-L-I-S-T-I-C-E-X-P-I-A-L-I-D O-C-I-O-U-S. S-U-P-E-R-C-A-L-I-F O-C-I-O-U-S. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic. 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 Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious, if you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
The winds may blow, but who's to know exactly what it's bringing? Good news or bad, happy or sad, the pendulum keeps swinging.
Right. Rabbits and I, put the stool down here and stand back. You are never to come near this space, nor anyone else but me neither. It is an heirloom.
And
Now, while I do this, I want you to stay totally immobile.
Immobile.
Do not move a muscle.
Muscle.
Do not breathe.
I might as well be dead.
Don't give me ideas.
the game is played, a change is made, but still the road is long. And though they might yet fly a kite, sometimes the wind's too strong.
George, what's happened? Are you ill?
No. Should I be?
Of course not. Only... Why on earth are you home so early? Is everything all right?
No,
Everything's all wrong.
My dear, what is it?
Well, if you must know, I refused some German chap alone. Seems he's gone to watch his rival. They've given him the money and it's turned into a gold mine.
But they can't expect you to get it right every time.
Can't they? That's exactly what they expect.
Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud
That
enough,
is
you'll
more
always...
than loud enough. Now we're going to go upstairs, up to your rooms.
Well, we were just...
I don't care that we're just upstairs. Where's my briefcase? I put it here. Michael? Jane? Will you give it to me? Jane, get back to him right now. Must I put up with this behavior? You're their mother, why can't you do something?
But I can try not shouting for a start.
Mary Poppins, you're here to teach the children manners, and well, just look at them. They're a pair of little savages. If I had it my way, you'd be out of this house.
George, you're tired. Mary Poppins, please don't bring the children down tonight. Mr. Banks is quite exhausted, and perhaps you can keep them occupied.
I hope you haven't forgotten, ma'am. Tonight's my evening out.
What? Dear, I had forgotten. I suppose the best people wouldn't ask you to change your plans.
No, ma'am, they wouldn't.
I thought not. That's not fair. Daddy loses his temper and wears you up in the nursery. Daddy's mean and he's rotten and I hate him. Jane, you take that back this instant. I will not have you criticize your father.
Why not? He criticizes you. Last week, he said you were neither use nor ornament.
How dare you?
I heard him say it and so did you.
Sometimes people say things they don't mean. Take the children upstairs, please, Mary Poppins.
Best foot forward.
George?
What is it?
I thought you might like to talk about it.
And what would be the point?
Perhaps I can help.
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
I'm serious, George. If you have troubles, I'd like to share them.
Oh, don't worry. You will. The truth is, I've been suspended without salary until they've decided what to do with me.
Twists and turns, ups and downs. One moment smiles, next moment frowns. But bad-tempered faces had better change quick, 'cause if the wind changes, the face might just stick. Chim chimani chim chim chari chim charoo.
It's not fair! You're going out and we're stuck in the nursery!
You've plenty of toys to play with.
I don't want to play with them, they're boring!
They might say the same thing about you.
Why does Daddy get so cross?
Fathers are supposed to look after their children.
Not yell at them all the time!
Maybe, but have you ever asked yourself, who looks after the fathers when things go wrong?
The mothers, I suppose.
Not the children.
Wouldn't that be rather upside down?
Sometimes families can be rather upside down. For a while, anyway.
But I don't want to be an upside down family. I wish I could run away!
Why don't you? Somebody might adopt you.
But you'd miss me.
No, I wouldn't. I could have your toys.
No, you could not!
Yes, I could, and I jolly well would.
Give her to me! Now what have you done?
That is no way to treat Valentine. What's she ever done to you?
She's a doll, silly. She couldn't do anything.
We all you two now into bed at once.
But we haven't had our milk.
There will be no buts, and no milk either. If you can't be good, you might as well be sorry.
Well, I wish you would just leave us alone.
Be careful of the things you wish for. Oh, Valentine, go inside and make yourself presentable.
Well, I won't go to sleep, and you can't make me.
In that, as in so many things,
Your information
is faulty. Playing the game, taking your turn. Some children lose, some children learn. Treat the toys nicely, and maybe they'll treat you the same. Playing the game. Are you feeling any better, Valentine?
Much better, thank you.
Tempers are frayed, tempers are lost. One doesn't stop. Think of the cause.
But they tore my arm again.
Oh dear. Children who lose their tempers lose everything else in the end.
They're not playing the game, not playing at all. Not with the clown, not with the doll. Thrown on the floor and neglected, and they were to blame. Playing the game. Please tell them, Mary Poppins.
Why don't you tell them?
What's going on? What happened to all the toys? I think I've exploded and get back in the books.
Why? You hurt them and called them names. Now it's their turn.
Summon the toys. Now is the time to tell their wounds, to tell of their crime. Crime. Come one, come all. They need to hear. You have to say.
Make them stop. Those girls and boys, treat us this way. Don't deserve fight, don't deserve fight. So why should we stay? They stamp and shout, create such a fuss. They need to learn, not how you well, you think you know everything.
I couldn't agree more. Jane,
Well, there are toys, and we'll do what we like with them, so there.
so there indeed.
Playing the game, having a ball. Those who won't play, shan't play at all. Will we meet maybe when they learn to play the game.
Up where the smoke is all billowed and curled, between pavement and stars is a chimney sweep's world, where there's hardly no day and hardly no night. There's things half in shadow and half ways in light, on the rooftops of London. Ooh, what a sight.
So you're a chimney sweep now, are you?
The best view in the world, eh? And who gets to see it? The birds, the stars, and the chimney sweeps. Nothing to beat it, eh? Now as the ladder of life has been strung, you may think a sweep's on the bottommost rung. Though I spends me time in the ashes and smoke, in this all wide world, there's no happier bloke. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiree. Our sweep is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo.
Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Or blow me a kiss, and that's lucky too. So, you're going then?
The wind has changed.
They're good kids, Mary.
Would I be bothering with them if they weren't? But I can't help them if they won't let me. And there's no one so hard to teach as the child who knows everything.
So?
So they'll have to do this next bit on their own.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chimney.
When you're with the sweet, you're in glad company. Goodbye, bird.
Chim 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 chiree. When you're with the sweep, you're in glad company. Nowhere is there a more happier crew than them's what sings chim chim chiree chim chiroo. Chim chimney, chim chim chiree chim.
Cheerio, birds. Keep an eye on them for me.
She can't have left us. Oh, yes, she can. And she's taken all the toys. What does the note say?
What in the name of heavens are you two doing out here? Where's Mary Poppins?
Gone.
Gone? Well, that just doesn't take the bloomin' biscuit.
Mrs. Brill, what does au revoir mean?
Why?
Well, that's what the note says. Dear Jane and Michael, keep playing the game. Au revoir, Mary Poppins.
Well, it's French, I know that. God bless you. Good luck. I remember. Till we meet again. Now come inside, you two, before you catch your death.
Lovely weather.
Mrs. Brill, is the nursery tidy?
As tidy as I can make it now.
Oh, if only you knew how hard it was to track her down.
Really, man? Fancy that. Call to get through nannies for a flippin' pastime. Now when one returns to make this fearful fuss. Never liked her much when she was here the last time.
She makes life easier for both of us.
Miss Brill, it's her, isn't it?
Well, I don't know who else it could be.
Why is it such a secret? Do you think that she's returned to get things back the way they were? The note said till we meet again. I just know it must be her. Oh, she'll be here at any moment. Now, where is George? George, dear, you're going to be so surprised.
Oh, Winifred, you know very well I hate surprises at the best of times.
Oh, not this one, George. I do believe you're going to be proud of me for once. Precision and order, it's coming. Can really make a difference. I found her for you. Be thinking, sound judgment, and now we'll regain a home we can be proud of in Cherry Tree Lane. Hurry up, everyone, into the hall. I want you to find everything. Spin, spot, spick, and span, and span. Our sense of excitement is hard to contain.
Wonder is returning.
Wonder is returning.
meet you at last. I do hope you had a good journey.
It was thoroughly unpleasant. I never enjoyed travel. You must be poor George's wife. Your flower beds are disgracefully untidy. Take my advice. Plant evergreens. Or, better yet, have nothing there at all. Just a plain cement courtyard.
But, dear Miss Andrew, I'm so fond of flowers.
Then you are a very silly woman. Where did George go?
I'm afraid he had an urgent appointment.
For which, no doubt, he was late, as usual. It's not much of a house, is it?
We like it.
Then it doesn't take a lot to keep you happy. Look at the dust. There, and there, filth.
Well, we are rather short-staffed at the moment.
Hasn't anyone ever cleaned those curtains?
Now, just a minute!
You must be the children. Pity. I don't suppose you know who I am?
Yes, we do. You're the Holy Terror.
And you're Jane, I suppose? Why aren't you wearing stockings?
I don't like them.
What manners! I can see we do not have a minute to lose. These children have been spoiled. I've arrived here just in time. By chance, I've brought the punishment that best befits the crime. Brimstone and treacle and garlic liberal doses of each. These are the traits from which children recoil. The lessons I'm going to teach. Just follow my model and tempt Molly Coddle. It may lead the irksome to irk. So seek satisfaction from unit to action. Brimstone and treacle will work. Open.
Does it taste as bad as it smells?
Worse!
Do I have to?
Brimstone and treacle and carbolic soap. These are the tools of my trade. With spoonfuls of sugar, you don't have a home. Seeing that changes are made. Where manners are chronic, my tincture's the tonic that's certain to wipe off a smirk. Just pour out a ration in matronly fashion. Brimstone and treacle will work. Your son will go to boarding school at once. As for the girl, I'll take charge of her myself. I won't stand for whining or whinging or whimpering, crying or lying, sobbing or simpering. I feel it's clear that in these two such bad habits lurk. First threat to threat, then none talk the brimstone and treacle will work. Now show me my room. Brimstone and treacle will
She can't stay! They'll have to dismiss her! You know, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm disappointed. I really am. I thought it was going to be, you know, her yes with the umbrella.
What are we going to do? The only thing we can do, run away.
Slow down. Your old friend ain't going to hurt you.
Oh, Bert, it's you. You're filthy.
Perhaps a smudge or two. It just so happens today I'm a chimney sweep. So, what's the matter and who's after you?
The nastiest nanny in the world.
The nastiest nanny in the world, eh? Well, you two should know. You've been through enough of them. So, is she really as bad as all that?
She looks like something that would eat its young.
Miss Andrew was Daddy's nanny.
Which explains a lot.
Poor Daddy. Ever since he stopped working, he just sits around and mopes. Mary Poppins said he needed our help, but now it's too late.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. Tell you what, why don't we start with a bit of a shake for good luck?
Why would shaking hands with you bring us luck?
Didn't anyone ever tell you it's lucky to shake a sweep's hand?
But what do you do if you want some luck?
Oh, well, I shake hands with myself. Now, what do we have here?
Michael, look! It's a kite! A real one! What's the matter? You always said you wanted to fly a proper kite.
I've always wanted to fly one. With Daddy.
Of course you have. But you need to know how it's done. Get some proper training in, and you'll make him the proudest father in the country.
You really mean it? You're not just saying that?
Did I say the country? The whole bloomin' empire, more like. With toppings for paper and string. You can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird in flight. With your fist holding tight to the string of your kite. Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Try again.
Try again.
What's this? What's this? You're allowed litter here.
It isn't litter, it's a kite.
Oh, a kite, is it? My word, it is. I haven't flown a kite since I was a boy. Now we'll wind her up, give her a run, and away she'll go.
But I want to do it.
But you'll let me help, won't you? Seeing as I haven't flown a kite since I was a boy.
All right.
When you send it flying up there, all at once your lights are then air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite.
Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
Reel it in.
But I can't, it's stuck.
I'll help.
So will I.
Oh, Mary, I'm sorry. Give me back, Mary Poppins. Please do not squeeze, Jane. I'm not a sardine in a tin can. And where are your coats?
We didn't have time to put them on.
Why not, may I ask?
Because we've run away.
Have you indeed?
Oh, Mary Poppins has been so awful since you left. Miss Andrews here and Daddy's room, and we were too stupid to help.
Aye, but your life is a tragedy. Now let's go home, and please don't dawdle.
But she's there. She came as a present for Daddy.
Did she? Maybe I'll be a present for her. It was a lovely greeting, Bert.
I meant it, Mary. You're a sight for sore eyes.
You really are. Welcome back, Mary Poppins.
I told you they're good kids, Mary.
And I told you that they were worth bothering with.
Now see here, it's against the regulations. Coming down from the sky like that. Where from, I'd like to know, eh? Where from?
If I was a park keeper, I should straighten my cap and button my coat. Come along.
Aren't you going to shake hands with Bert for good luck?
No,
Why not? We have.
I don't need any luck, thank you.
shatter, but memories stay. The things that really matter I lost on the way. The sovereign, the master, and long may he reign. The fame is good for nothing of Cherry Tree Lane.
They'll find their way home in no time. Let's face it, Captain, they've had enough practice.
But this time they're not being naughty. I'm afraid I've made them unhappy. I'm afraid I've made everyone unhappy.
That's enough. Don't you worry, Captain.
George, dear, I know it hurts your pride, dear, but you can't just run and hide, dear. Why can't you see that I'm here? And I am on your side. Whenever you spoke of Miss Andrew, you showered the woman with praise. But now that I've met dear Miss Andrew, there are one or two things I'd rephrase. To think you were raised by that monster, and you carried that burden through life. If only you had seen that you could share it with your Mrs. Banks. It's easy to forget the way I felt that summer's day, the day that we first met. Being Mrs. Banks, being kissed by you, a man of dreams who made me feel that wishes could come true. And now, although you're lost, it's time that we close ranks. I'll fight for the man who needs freeing, the real you who no one is seeing, and you'll find a way of just being.
Perhaps she's killed everyone. Perhaps they're all dead.
Not like that, you stupid boy.
Well, they're not all dead. What's that noise? It's a bird I might have known. Did she? Well, frankly, that's not a surprise. Locked in this cage and not free in the skies for 2 years. How shameful. Yes, of course, it's our fields I know well. An hour no longer, your wings will grow stronger. Once you are free from this cell.
What kind of bird is it?
A lark. You saw a lark in a cage for the first time and the last. My pleasure. Oh, don't mention it.
I'm going downstairs to fetch Caruso, my lock. You stay there and clean that grate. So, we've decided to come crawling back, have we? Well, I think we know what's needed now. Favorite lick. That will make runaways stop. Impudent children will respond so much quicker when forced to drink every last drop.
Is this what you're looking for?
Who are you?
I'm Mary Poppins.
Mary Poppins. But
did I come back
without notice?
I see. And what do you expect me to do?
Pack.
Pack! You insolent young person, how dare you speak to me in this way? Silly little girl with your newfangled methods. I bring up children so they know their place. Standing for tradition, I govern my charges.
Mishandled charges blow up in your face.
I brought up their father.
Will the do-do-do-do. You must be so proud for it to done.
A shining example of his
They all have their problems, but him more than most.
Caruso! Where's my Lord Caruso? You let my little log out of his cage. Now you will bear the full brunt of my rage. Prince and intrigue for you. Prince and intrigue.
Just a spoonful of sugar.
Prince and intrigue.
Just a spoonful of sugar.
Prince and intrigue.
Just a spoonful of sugar. Ooh, 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 ooh,
that you are a bully who views cruel deeds as a fact. Well, now he's the match, 'cause you met your match. Brimstone and treacle. Brimstone and treacle. Brimstone and treacle. Won't.
Mary Poppins, wherever did you come from?
She came from
Michael? Michael? Jane, is that you? Oh, thank heavens! But you are very naughty to go running off like that, and I should be as angry as anything. If I weren't so pleased to see you. Where's Miss Andrew?
She's gone.
Gone? Why?
She didn't give a reason.
How peculiar. Well, Mary Poppins, if you're back, are you going to stay?
I'll stay for as long as necessary.
Because the last time you were here, you left without a word of warning. How do I know you won't do it again?
You don't.
Oh.
Oh, excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, Constable, I'm so sorry to have bothered you. It's quite all right. The backhand.
Not over, madam.
What?
We found this one wandering in the park. Good night, madam.
George.
Where is she?
Miss Andrew, she left.
Left? But how?
She might have thought we were rude.
Rude? To Miss Andrew? Well, I can't forgive it, but I'll try to forget. Well, in fact, I'd given you a sixpence if I had one.
George, you haven't noticed. Mary Poppins is back.
Is she? Mary Poppins? Yes, well, if I might have a word. You see, well, I'm not going to beat around the bush. Things have not gone well since you've left us, and I...
About my wages, sir. I don't think I'll accept any just now. I should prefer to let them accrue.
But, Mary Poppins, if you only knew how many payments were accruing as it is,
Is everything settled?
Yes, now I must get started. Best foot forward.
Come along, darling. You made a wrong mistake. How bad is that? After so many years of good service, what's the worst that can happen?
Winifred, if I'm to be dismissed by the bank, we will be destitute. The servants will leave, the house will be repossessed, and we'll be sitting outside on the curbside with the frosty children.
But we still have what really matters. The children and each other.
You're practically perfect in every way. Practically perfect. We hope you'll stay. I
yet. A few games more.
Is that bucket new? And if it is, what's inside? A portrait. Whose?
You'll know when the time comes and not before.
You are going to stay this time, aren't you, Mary Poppins?
I'll stay till the chain breaks.
What chain? Where?
Oh, Michael, do be careful. The rooms are pretty excited to see me back, and you never know what could happen.
What's going on? Mary Poppins, happening! Hello there.
Bet? What are you doing up here?
Where else should a chimney sweep be? A chimney swept, a secret kept, up here above the gables. Another world to be unfurled, it ain't just missing fables. A chimney stack looks cold and black against a twilight sky. But never fear, there's warmth up here, perhaps you'll find out why.
What do I look like? Much better.
The world is awfully big, isn't it?
And what does that tell you?
That we're awfully small and unimportant.
Speak for yourself.
Not us so much, but our troubles. They seem so big down in the nursery. But up here...
That's more like it. Troubles are never so bad when you look at them from a little higher up. And always remember, there's folk ready to help you should you need them.
Who?
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim cheree. Now guardian angels you don't often see. They're not highfalutin, nor grand, nor aloof. Nah, they're covered in soot, and they're up on your roof.
Chim chimney, chim chim cheree.
It's true.
Brush away the dirt and soot. Brush away your tears.
Cobwebs that unswept away
Hang around for years. In our weathers of our lives, we can see for miles. Our idea of heaven is a night out on the stars. We may look a motley crew, smudged with tar and mud. When you need a helping hand, we try to step in, try to step in just in time.
We will step in time. We will step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. We will step in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Over the rooftop, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Over the rooftop, step in time.
Watch you step by step in time. Watch you step by step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Watch me step by step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Kick your knees up, step in time. Always, going back the same. Never miss a chance to get it wrong.
Don't seem a perfect crime, you don't seem a shame. When your steps aren't going as smoothly as they might.
That's we step in time. That's we step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. That's we step in time.
do?
Step in time!
Shout it louder!
Step in time! Step, 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 step. Down the chimney, step in time. Down the chimney, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Down the chimney, step in time.
That is this.
Back to the nursery, step in time. Back to the nursery, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Back to the nursery, step in time.
Special delivery. George Banks.
Special delivery? What's special delivery?
Special delivery, step in time. Special delivery, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Special delivery, step in time.
Time to go. Good night, Governor.
Good night, Governor, step in time. Good night, Governor, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Good night, Governor, step in time. Good night, Governor. Good night, Governor. Good night, Governor. Good night, Governor.
No, not so fast. Jane, you too. Upstairs, both of you now. Go on. Well, Mary Poppins, would you care to explain?
First of all, I would like to say one thing. I never explain anything.
It's happened. The chairman wants to see me at the close of business tonight.
Tonight? Well, I'm going to come with you and jolly well give your chairman a piece of my mind.
No, that would only make matters worse. We might as well face it. In just a couple of hours, I will have joined the ranks of the unemployed.
George, are you quite sure?
Quite sure. So we better start making some plans. I'm afraid the time has come.
Do you mean your mother's face? Oh, George, won't you miss it terribly?
Needs must, my dear. We always said we were saving it for a rainy day, and tomorrow it looks set to pour.
George, do be careful. Mrs. Brill, let's go to the kitchen, shall we? You better sit down. Mrs. Brill, is that dinner cooking?
Oh, don't you start! I've opened all the windows!
I was only going to say that it smells delicious.
The whole world is turned upside down!
Well, I never. So that's where I put them.
What are they?
Stars. Gingerbread stars. I hid them once from my nanny. I always knew I'd put them somewhere no one could find it. Trouble was, I couldn't find them either.
They're very bright.
Aren't they? After all this time.
Here, let me give you a hand.
When I was young, I wished there was to know everything there was to know about the stars. Funny, I haven't thought about all that in years. I'm not usually sentimental.
You know, it's good to look back sometimes.
Is it? I'm not so sure. A man has dreams of walking with giants, to carve his niche in the edifice of time. Before the mortar of his zeal has the chance to congeal, the cup is dashed from his lips, the flame is snuffed abhorring. He's brought to rack and ruin in his prime.
Life's a rum go, Governor, and that's the truth.
It's Mary Poppins. Ever since she stepped foot in this house, things have begun to happen to me. My world was calm, well-ordered, exemplary. Then came this person with chaos in her wake. And now my life's ambitions go with one fell blow. It's quite a bitter pill to take. It's that Poppins woman. She's responsible for all of this.
I know the very one. What's that thing she's always saying? A spoonful of sugar, that is all it takes. It changes bread and water into tea and cakes. A spoonful of sugar goes a long, long way. So have yourself an healthy helping every day.
A healthy helping of trouble, if you ask me.
Like you say, Governor. You've got to grind, grind, grind at that grindstone. Though childhood slips like sand through a sieve, and all too soon they've up and grown, and then they've flown, and it's too late for you to give. Just that spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down, the medicine go down, medicine go down. Well, good luck, Governor.
Thank you, Burton. Hey, good luck to you too.
Father,
Yes.
we've come to say goodnight.
Oh. Good night.
Daddy, do you remember when we came to the bank?
Oh, yes.
Well, we were each given 6 pence and we were told to spend them wisely.
That's excellent advice. That's exactly what you should do. Yes, now, what did you buy with them?
Nothing yet. We've saved them and we've decided to give them to you.
Well, I suppose Mary Poppins put you up to this?
No. She hasn't said a word about it, but we know things have been difficult for you lately and we haven't been much help at all.
So we thought a bit of extra cash might loosen things up a little.
Here you go. It's a whole shilling.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good night, Daddy. We do love you, you know.
Jane, do you remember when you asked me who Neleus's father was?
Yes?
It is Poseidon, king of the sea. Now, good night.
Isn't he?
Yes, he is. But you must always remember that he loves you very much, and that's far more important than jobs or houses or anything else.
Aren't you going to the bank with him?
I wish he'd let me. But he won't. If only there was someone to speak up for him, to take his part, to show him what he's truly like inside.
Well, why can't he do that for himself?
Because he's a man, and a very proud one.
Then you must go.
I wish I could go, but I'm afraid that just isn't possible.
Why?
Because I am a woman.
Well, Mary Poppins says we can do anything if we can only get out of our own way.
Do you really believe that, Mary Poppins?
Anything can happen if you let it. Sometimes life gets difficult, but you can bet it. Doesn't have to be so.
Changes can be made.
You can move a mountain if you use a larger spade.
Anything can happen, it's a marvel.
You can be a butterfly or just a larval. Stretch your mind beyond fantastic. Dreams are made of strong elastic.
Pick some sound advice and don't forget it.
Anything can happen if you let it.
I wonder.
Anything can happen if you let it.
great favour if you'd kindly clean them for me.
Tuppence, tuppence, tuppence above.
Precision and order, paying one's debts, risking our investments, hedging our bets.
Mr. Banks is here, sir.
Come in, Banks. Trading in futures, jobs on the line.
Well, Banks, you've turned on a scheme that was bound to make us millions, and we want to know why.
Then I'll tell you. I refused Mr. Von Hustler because his scheme was hollow. It had no substance, it had no product, it had no meaning outside of the walls of the bank. Oh yes, he told me about the assets, the profits, the growth, but there was not a word about people. I know that if a man places any value on real life, that as far as you're concerned, he's a washout. And I'm afraid I do value that, gentlemen. In short, George Banks, Esquire, has rediscovered the human race. I apologize for ruining the bank, but I do not apologize for understanding that there are more important things in life than making money.
Ruining the bank! Ruining the bank! Ruining the bank! My dear chap, what are you talking about? You saved our bacon. Haven't you heard? Von Hustler's scheme has ruined our rival, and you've kept us out of the nastiest scandal since records began. We are not asking for your apologies. We are offering ours.
Oh, my word.
And another thing. Remember giving a loan to a fellow called Northbrook? Well, he's repaying it and opening 2 new factories. We look set to make a fortune.
Oh, my word.
Well, that's just it. Just tell us how you did it. Just give us the word. It'll be quite safe with us.
Give you the word? Give you the word? I'll give you the word. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you're always so precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Oh, thank you, sir, thank you.
Now, Banks.
Forgive him, it's not his fault. It's all because of his nanny, Miss Andrews.
The Holy Terror! She taught me everything I know.
And now's your chance to forget it.
That's right, and if you want to fight about it, then you come to the right woman.
Dolly. It's all right. I haven't lost any money. In fact, I've made the bank a fortune.
Really?
Yes, now if you'd excuse us, ma'am, we have some business to conduct. All right. Mr. Banks, George, I'm now offering the role as senior manager with a salary at double...
Exactly how much has he made you?
Triple...
Him.
Quadruple your present rate.
Close your mouth, George. We are not a codfish.
Well,
I accept. But you must understand one thing. From now on, my family comes first.
Agreed?
Agreed. Winifred, I'm afraid I've underestimated you. How will you forgive me?
How can you ask?
I suppose I've taken you off the stage for too long. You'll want to go back, and I don't mind if you do.
No, I loved it, but I found a role I much rather prefer, and it's going to keep me extremely busy for a very long time.
Anything can happen, raise the curtain. Things you thought impossible will soon seem certain. Though at first it may sound clownish, see the world more upside downish. Turn it on its head and be waiting.
Anything can happen if you let it.
If you reach for the stars, all you get are the stars, and we found a whole new speed. If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars. You get the stars. You get the stars.
They're the stars! I want the constellation!
Are Nelius and Poseidon going to live happily ever after?
Oh, of course.
And Mary Poppins, that was the best yet! To be up in the heavens. Do you think we'll ever go back there?
Yes, someday.
Really? Will it be soon?
Oh no, not for a very long time. In the meanwhile, you can keep an eye out for the stars until you return. Here.
But it's your telescope.
So it is. You can keep it if you like. It is a present.
Thank you.
Now let's go on inside. It's getting cold.
I love you, Mary Poppins.
You are a fine boy, Michael Banks. And someday, a very fine young man.
Oh, Mary Poppins, it makes me so anxious when you talk like that.
Like what?
Oh, gentle and kind, and not a bit like you. Be cross, Mary Poppins, do be cross again.
Is that the thanks I get for all the trouble I've taken?
That's better.
That's dainty, Bert.
They're yours, Mary. I painted them for you. It's tonight, isn't it?
Yes, Bert.
Well, goodbye then, Mary.
Goodbye, Bert. Take care of yourself. With every job that is complete, there is a sense of bittersweet. That moment when you know the task is done. Though in your heart you'd like to stay, to help things on their way. You've always known they must do it alone. There. Practically perfect. And I hope it remains so.
What's happened?
That's Mary Poppins' locket. Oh. The chain's broken.
Remember? I'll stay till the chain breaks.
There's the note too.
What does the note say?
Michael had the telescope, so this is for you. It's a picture of the three of us.
And she signed it. From Mary Poppins with a good deal of love.
Mary Poppins? She's gone. Gone? How peculiar.
Hey, she'll be back. Now, what do you think of this?
Oh, it's the best I've ever seen!
Could we slide together?
Oh, Daddy!
Mary Poppins isn't coming back. She's gone forever.
My dear, how could you possibly know such a thing?
Because we don't need her. Not anymore. And other families will. Won't they, Daddy?
They will.
I wonder if she really is right, George, and we could do without a nanny from now on. What do you think?
Well, I think you better come dance with me.
George, this is serious!
What's that? A shooting star.
You can borrow my telescope.
Yeah, I was right. Wish on it, children. My dearest love.
We won't forget you, Mary Poppins.
We'll never forget. knees up, step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Turn your knees up, step in time. Kick your knees up, step in time. Whoa, step in time. Step, 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 step in time. Step, step, step. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. If you kick your knees up, kick your knees up, kick your knees up, kick your knees up. Step, 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 step. Never need a reason, we step in time. Let's go for a jaunty saunter. We are bound to make a mark. Looks like all of us were born to take a promenade in the park. Let's jolly holiday for a jaunty saunter. Mary makes your heart so loud to make a mark. When today is flying, all of us are born to take a kicks the sunshine down in the park. Oh, happiness is humming on the valley, chairs and features, the daffodils, the extravagant. Look down above, when Mary holds your hand, you feel so grand. Your heart starts beating like a big brass band. Oh, it's a jolly holiday with Mary, upon the land of Mary that we love. No wonder that it's Mary that we love.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
In the most delightful way. Say, just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
The medicine go down.
Medicine go down.
Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
In the most delightful way.
In the most delightful way. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Medicine go down. Just a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. In the most delightful way. In the most delightful way. If you reach for the stars, all you get are the stars. But we found a whole new spin. If you reach for the heavens, you get the stars thrown in. Anything can happen if you let it. Life is out there waiting, so go and get it. Grab it by the collar, seize it by the scruff. Once you've started living life, you just can't get enough. Anything can happen, it's official. You can choose the simple or the superficial. Sally forth the way we're steering. Obstacles start disappearing. Go on, chase your dreams, you won't regret it. Anything can happen, anything can happen. Anything can happen if you S-U-P-E-R